Time now for the morning rush. Albuquerque Public School employees will not be receiving their bonuses that have been promised to them. The superintendent is the one who broke the news to the district, saying that the initial plan was to give full-time employees $1,000, part-time $500. The superintendent says the state's auditor informed the district that it would not be illegal. The money was supposed to come from federal stimulus funds.
The city of Albuquerque is still working to finalize details on a rail trail downtown. The goal is to make a path to connect the community with everything downtown has to offer by using the tracks and incorporating art and parks along the way. That will stretch along the tracks downtown from Lomas to the rail yards. Bernalillo
County commissioners will start divvying up more than $65 million it will soon get as part of the American Rescue Plan Fund. One commissioner is hoping to use the money for more broadband internet access in her district. Another commissioner wants to spend the money on infrastructure improvements like sidewalks and streetlights.
3 APD officers are recovering this morning after accidentally inhaling cocaine during an arrest. Officers arrested John Duran during a domestic violence call on Monday and took him in. Now, APD says that a cloud of cocaine came out of the police cruiser. The 3 officers were taken to the hospital and since been released. Duran was booked on assault and drug charges. Erica.
Here's a look at our drop-off forecast for the morning. Temperatures are in the upper 50s and low 60s, so not too bad. Just needing a light sweater for the kiddos as they're heading off to school.
This morning, the state wants your input on new proposed rules for cannabis producers in New Mexico. The Cannabis Control Division's proposed rules state that producers will need to sell a quarter of their product for medical marijuana use. Specific licenses will determine how many plants can be legally grown, and cannabis stores will need to be at least 300 feet away from schools and daycares.
The city says complaints about restaurants breaking COVID rules are down. Albuquerque's Environmental Health Department is still doing COVID inspections with only 7 last week. State guidelines say that food service workers are not required to wear masks if they are fully vaccinated. That's unless their employer requires it. Restrictions on capacity are still in place.
Attorneys for a New Mexico man who killed a Navajo Nation officer are asking for a reduced sentence. Kirby Cleveland pleaded guilty to second-degree murder for shooting Navajo Nation officer Houston Largo during a domestic dispute in 2017. His defense argues that Cleveland's judgment was impaired by alcohol. Cleveland is expected to be sentenced in the next few weeks.
Albuquerque city councilors will soon vote on a proposal that would limit where in the city cannabis could be sold. The mayor's office introduced a zoning change that would restrict how close marijuana businesses could be from main streets as well as residential and mixed-use areas. City councilors are set to vote on that measure next month. Erica.
Here's a look at the Metro Threat Index today, keeping it low. We will be seeing hot temperatures this afternoon and a little breeze, but no real issues.
As half of U.S. adults are now fully vaccinated against COVID-19. The milestone also comes as the nationwide pace of people receiving their first dose has slowly picked up. State and local health officials have attributed part of the recent uptick to heightened interest from parents seeking to vaccinate their children.
A fire near Animas left a Forest Service wildland firefighter badly injured. The Ikes fire has burned around 350 acres in rugged terrain along the Continental Divide. The Forest Service did not say how the firefighter was injured, but he was then flown to an El Paso hospital yesterday evening in critical condition. The cause of that fire is still under investigation.
Due to overcrowding, the Santa Fe Animal Shelter is looking to adopt out its pets for free. More than 100 animals are up for adoption. More are arriving every single day. The shelter's no-kill, and officials say they need to make room because they get busy during the summer. Fees will be waived Friday through Sunday. You do not need an appointment.
All right, let's get a look at that morning drive. On the maps, we are all green, no accidents or slowdowns as of now. And here's a look over Albuquerque. We do have some clouds moving in and some breezes return later today.
A new video game is joining dozens of films being developed right here in New Mexico. The New Mexico Film Office says that the video game XENOTHERIA is being made in Las Cruces. The game is a science fiction role-playing video game that was developed for computers and gaming platforms. The Film Office says the gaming industry is an important sector of the industry here in New Mexico.
Welcome back. This is a look at our hourly forecast through the morning commute. Temperatures in the upper 50s, low 60s. We'll be seeing that cloud cover spreading in, and by the afternoon it will be hot out there, but just cloudy and a bit breezy. Time now for the 5 facts.
We start with number 5. The city of Albuquerque is still working to finalize details on the rail trail downtown. The goal is to make a path to connect the community with everything that downtown has to offer by using the tracks and bringing them to life by incorporating large pieces of local art, parks, food, and even drinks. It would stretch along the tracks downtown from Lomas to the rail yards.
At number 4 this morning, as COVID cases decline, so are the number of complaints to the city about restaurants breaking the rules. Albuquerque's Environmental Health Department says that only 7 inspections were conducted last week. It's compared to almost 40 per week back in November. Now, many of these complaints were for tables being too close or employees not wearing masks, but that is changing.
And in number 3, there is a chance for a couple of strong or severe storms in the far east and southeast plains after 4 p.m. through about 11 p.m. The threats there are going to be strong wind and some larger hail.
At number 2 this morning, the state wants to hear from the public on the new rules that are being proposed for cannabis producers in New Mexico. According to the rules proposed by the Cannabis Control Division, producers will need to sell a quarter of their product for medical marijuana use. Licenses will be given in 3 levels, which will determine how many plants can be legally grown. Cannabis stores will need to be at least 300 feet away from schools and daycares.
And finally, at number 1, Albuquerque Public School employees will not be receiving the bonuses that they were promised. The district superintendent broke the news, saying the state auditor's office raised concerns that the bonuses would violate the state's constitution. The funds the district was planning on using would have come from federal stimulus funds. If you want more details on this, go to our website, krqe.com.